who's the president, whether Muslim or Christian or even Ifa worshipper. All we are concerned is credibility and continuous enthronement and sustenance of our unity. They had said in 2015 we are going to divide. God did not allow it. 2019 also. Is it 2023? Because of political power we allow that. That is why we are giving cautionary words to the powers that be, that please don't allow this process to be thwarted by infringing on fundamental human rights, and as well bringing or bridging of violence. It is not good. You know what happened in Rwanda, genocide, even though they are economically violent now. You know what is happening in failed countries. Nigerians, irrespective of tribe and religion, wouldn't want to become a failed country. Therefore, we should not be misunderstood. Nobody is holding brief for anyone. All we are doing here is for nation building. And you know there exists a distinguished class of dignitaries. It is not all that possess credibility. We want the youth of this country to be listening to women, elders, and everybody that matters in this nation as a country, Nigeria.
Attention to the millions Nigerian Christian youths that are in Nigeria and those in diaspora. Firstly, I would like to advise the politicians and those in power should please stop intimidating the clerics, especially the Christian clerics. Nobody is allowed to insult our fathers of faith. I repeat, nobody is allowed to insult our fathers of faith. We cannot accept rigging. We voted and we knew who we voted for.
From our practices is to save the nation from eventual collapse as watchdogs from the various youth fronts who want to use this medium to warn all politicians, political parties and their stakeholders to be mindful of the way they speak, as the polity is already heated up. Also, we therefore take the statement of one Mr. Dele Aleke, the Special Advisor, Media and Communication of the All Progressive Congress Presidential Campaign Council. I watched this myself, for the apprehension of Reverend Clergy Dr. Paul Enenche, the Senior Pastor of Dunamis International Church, and also others, as a direct affront on democracy, freedom of speech in this country. I was part of the people that even saw Dr. Paul Enenche casting his vote, and I think he also has the right to speak with others that have also spoken. We dismiss the statement as an unwarranted threat to his life, as well as a breach of his fundamental human rights. As a free citizen of this country, and other people too who also spoke, and a major stakeholder in the society, Dr. Paul Enenche has the freedom to express his opinions in matters of national importance. The church, as a critical member of the society, shares heavily in the burden of bad governance, and it is not expected to watch the nation gravitate towards imminent disaster without speaking out. So I want to plead that everybody who has the right to speak out should be allowed to speak out. Moreover, there is a chorus of voices, both locally and internationally, decrying the widespread violence, rigging and other forms of irregularities that have greeted the current elections. For example, the International Republican Institute, IRI, and the National Democratic Institute, NDI, Joint Election Observation Mission, IEOM, in their joint preliminary statement issued on Monday, the 27th of February 2023, had expressed their own concerns over INEC's lack of transparency in the electoral process. What about elder statesmen like the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who got out of deep concern, for the country, said, and I quote, "At this stage, we do not need wittingly or unwittingly to set the country on fire with the greed, irresponsibility, and unpatriotic act of those who allegedly gave money to INEC officials for perversion." He said again, and I quote, "Let me appeal to the INEC chairman, if his hands are clean, to save Nigerians from the looming danger and disaster which is just waiting, to happen. Should he also be arrested? Well, what about the statement of condemning and warning from the NLC to INEC and security personnel? What about the statement from the Labour Party that a nation at the precipice like ours should not be stoking fires in the house filled with dry straws? INEC should not be the one that will strike the match. Should they be arrested too? Why is APC attacking those calling for electoral probity and sanity? Is APC coming out to clearly tell Nigerians that the whole world is behind the electoral misfortune of Nigeria? Are they not the people that has also conducted the whole system? So who is the beneficiary of the present electoral practice? We therefore advise the APC and all well-meaning Nigerians to join hands and join the other international community in condemning the electoral malpractices and stop acting as a culpable party in the ground to subvert the will of the people. They lack the locus standi to call for the arrest of anyone speaking out against electoral malpractice, as they can't be judged in their own case. The APC statement is therefore fundamentally flawed, technically and morally dubious, and should be totally disregarded. That is my own view. We expect the state to treat those speaking out against irregularities as partners in progress for helping in building a sound, sane, and vibrant democratic society that is intolerant of all forms of electoral